You know, some people are saying to turn off the Wi-Fi and just go LTE. Look at my little white stripe there. Some are saying just to go full LTE, and so we will try that. If this thing fucks up, we'll try that. See what they did to the walls? They took all the acoustic shit off. See? So that's why it's really echoey in here. So stupid, but whatever, I guess. Shows you how important the weekends are, I guess. Oh shit! Is it buffering or what's it doing? How is it? Is it buffery? Good. Okay. I know it's disconcerting. It's weird because it bounces off the walls. The mic picks it up, and it's stupid. They should have put us in another studio for 24 hours. I will not be here tomorrow night. I was supposed to be in Puerto Rico for the month, working for a private military contractor, but my concealed carry permit expired, even though Puerto Rico is an open carry place. And so the boss got somebody to fill in, and she actually is flying him in. So he'll be in tomorrow night, but otherwise, no. So that'll be super hyper local Sunday.
The backyard's looking great, Rob. Thanks, man. I was planning on adding a deck too. Know any good contractors?
So there is a technique. The bump fire stocks are just someone who took a technique and made it into a mechanical device. And the deal is this: as you're firing an M4 or an AK, any semi-automatic. Okay, now we're on LTE. Okay, so fuck the Wi-Fi. So anyway, are we still up, or what's it doing? How does it look? Hello, hello. Someone text me. KFI AM 640, more stimulating talk. It is the Dark Secret Place. Brian Suits in here until midnight, and some of the old hits were played. Speaking of old hits, it's the Go-Go's. There you go. Some of the old hits were played all week long. Well, why does someone need that? And the Founding Fathers didn't have that in mind when they wrote the Constitution and the Second Amendment and all that. And these get really wearying, and I sense that if you are one of those people posing that question on Twitter, then you're probably not listening to my show. But just to go over the answers real quickly, why does anyone need a semi-automatic rifle? Well, if you've been hunting either for or shotgun for duck or deer, follow-up shots are the difference between killing an animal quickly or walking 5 miles and finding where it bled out. Okay, bottom line. Semi-automatic hunting rifles first came onto the American market in the late 20s and 30s and 40s and have become very popular. And this is before magazine fed, you understand? I mean, I'm talking about 5 or 10 round semi-automatic hunting rifles. They were immediately adopted by American hunters and European hunters and et cetera. Duck hunting, I would not go duck hunting without a semi-automatic shotgun. A Browning Auto 5, in fact. I had a really old one in college. I loved that shotgun. I would not go pheasant hunting or duck hunting without a semi-automatic shotgun. So that's why you need one. The Auto 5 was 5 plus 1 in. So you went boom, mallard. Oh, boom, boom, boom. Oh, now mallard. And pheasant, same deal. And so the difference is that in the time after World War II, with the prevalence of magazine-fed rifles, war rifles, a real assault rifle, folks, has a full automatic or burst setting. There's no such thing as a semi-automatic war rifle. Okay, that's not an assault rifle. A semi-automatic rifle, by ATF definition, fires a round for every pull of the trigger. Well, that's kind of a loophole. And here's what happened with the bump stocks. What the precursor to bump stocks is a technique called bump firing, where if you loosely hold an AR-15 or an AK-47 on but I shouldn't even say AK-47, a semi-automatic version of the AK-47. And I used to have the Chinese one, the MAC-90. Then I had the Romanian one. And if you hold it very, very loosely and you keep your trigger finger stiff and you push it against your shoulder with your trigger finger on the trigger, that's what's pushing the rifle, right? Your finger, the trigger gets to a point where it actually is pulled. So at that point, you keep your finger stiff and you let the rifle bounce off your shoulder. And then as it comes forward, the trigger bounces off your finger. The rifle bounces back off your shoulder, and then it goes forward and bounces off your finger. And it simulates like a 500 or 600 round per minute automatic burst. Yeah, and we used to do it on Army ranges. We would be jacking around, and maybe the range control officer wasn't paying close enough attention, and we would every once in a while do it. And it's illegal, you can't do it, and he would look and say, lane 4, and you'd turn around and go, I don't know what happened. What happened? What was that deal? What's that? What? Yeah, to hell. And they would come over, just look, it's on semi. I don't know what happened. But if you and your buddies want to go out to the desert or whatever, you can do it too. Okay, and that's never going to shelf.com. I'm doing a live stream, and I'm actually doing it over LTE because our Wi-Fi is that undependable. So what happened was some American inventor said, well, what if there was a way to cradle the weapon in a track to capture the weapon's recoil, but allow it that free travel 2 inches back so that somebody could do this as an effect, but in a more controlled fashion, because that's the other thing that Steven Spielberg in Hollywood is not aware of, and that is that machine guns, handheld machine guns, are virtually uncontrollable unless you're highly trained or highly motivated or whatever. So anyway, that's what gave birth to the slide fire or bump fire stock. It creates a de facto machine gun. I freely admit that. And it's because of a loophole that the ATF, keep in mind, when I say loophole, I mean an ATF regulation. Now, the ATF is probably going to go back, without Congress's help, the ATF will flex of a human finger, not the movement of the weapon back and forth. That is an illegal firing method or something like that. I don't know that they can do that because there's no way to make it illegal to bounce a rifle off your shoulder. Now, the difference is this, is that if you did that